Priscilla really is in the dark room, huh?
Welcome to the dark room. So we're not going to stay on long because I just want to, tomorrow is day 1 of the dark room, and I'm really excited about holding this space in particular because I believe that on my spiritual journey, the work that I've been doing, this is ultimately the place where I get to marry all of the practices that I move with. And so my name is Alicia Annabelle Santos. I am a writer. I am a priestess. I am the writing midwife for many writers who are in this space. A lot of my students are in this space. A lot of people I'm spiritually connected to are in this space. And so I have felt called to create this community. And I don't believe in coincidences, but create a community where we can do some intense healing work together. I am merging a lot of the practices that are important to me. Yoga for peace and tranquility and just like finding a way to be grounded. Work with crystals and the energy that crystals possess. I don't know if you all know or if you received my newsletter, but I just finished a 5-day, 12-hour yoga certification intensive. So I'm working on getting certified. Yes, thank you. And so I'm excited about merging in this particular workshop yoga, a spiritual practice. We're going to be working with chakras in this workshop, but also doing writing, right? So this is when I say we're going to be doing Hridaya meditation, that's a heart meditation. So we're doing a lot of heart work over the next 8 weeks because our heart is the thing, is our thing, is where we need to begin to work. I have many, someone is trying to get in. I have many gifts to share with you over the next 8 weeks. I ordered 8 singing bowls to work with specific chakras. And so I'm really excited about introducing that practice of like sound healing. And so we're going to be together creating this workshop. It's the first time I've ever offered it. You are the first students who I'd be sharing this space with. And so I'm really, really excited. I'm going to share my screen in a moment. I want to share a trailer for the movie we're going to watch together tomorrow. So give me 1 second and forgive me. I'm working with a Chromebook. So my Chromebook, I'm very gentle with her because I love her. Hopefully Priscilla, Trevor Noah will, I'll win that Mac and I could upgrade, Good looking out. YouTube. People don't know how to act, They're in the Bronx thinking that this ain't quarantine. Okay, hang on 1 second. There we go. Let me go back. Welcome everyone who's joining. And let's do this. Go ahead and everyone mute. One person, please tell me that you can see the video because I'm not going to be able to come back. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The shadow is dark, it's secretive, it can be that we lie about, not only to others, but to ourselves.
That dark side of us, each and every one of us tries to hide.
The shadow shows up in so many ways. Drinking too much, writing bad checks, eating cake in the middle of the night after 3 days of dieting, visiting porn sites while our wife makes us dinner. Right now, hundreds of millions of people are living in denial of their individual shadow. Temptation is backed up. The temptation is to pretend it's not happening, not do anything. We don't want to be it. We can be sure it is our shadow.
People who express self-righteous morality are usually the ones who have the darkest, deepest shadows.
We see it in the media all the time. A filmmaker making deep Christian film shouts anti-Semitic comments in a drunken rage. Corporations begging for bailouts are caught paying their executives multi-million-dollar bonuses. The Catholic Church, which preaches righteous sexual morality, hides pedophiles in its clergy. This is a subject we never talked about.
The cost of ignoring a destructive pattern is that you're going to self-destruct.
Like locking somebody in the basement who wants to get out. They find mischievous ways to express themselves.
If you haven't cleaned your house, you're going to be in trouble.
This is why we want to deal with the shadow. It's not just to love the good, it's to love the dark as well.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. They were talking about the shadow.
You can't fight darkness with darkness, but you can switch on the light.
Are you ready to be strong when you were weak before? Step out of the smallness of your darkest thought into the brilliance of your biggest dream. If shadows could talk, they would tell us there is gold to be mined in every experience.
I'm coming back to you all. How are we all doing? How are we feeling? Give me a thumbs up. The dark room, right? And so a few months ago, I've been really meditating on this. It was last year, actually. And I remember finding information online. I knew that I was being called, and I have been being called to look at the shadow and write about the shadow and write essays about the shadow and do work with the shadow and really sit in it. And as a writer, I have never really feared sitting in my muck, sitting in my shit and looking at my dirt, right? And so, but this really was about going deeper. I found on Oprah.com this entire 6-week program. It's a 6-week breakthrough program. I'm going to read you the welcome to it that I found, because this is what I'm going to be sending. I'm going to be sending you the handouts. I'm going to be sending you the worksheets, and we're going to be tackling one area every week. That way we're doing it in small doses, you know, not like, it's not healing in a day. It's how can we look at these things to begin to work on these things, to begin to heal these things, you know. And so it's baby steps, and we're going to be walking it together because I'm doing it with you. We are like truly creating this space together. So it says, welcome to the Shadow Effect Breakthrough Program. The 6-week program promises to radically alter your life. It is amazing what can happen when you embrace your shadow and uncover the thoughts, beliefs, and feelings that have been stored in your shadow and driving your behavior. After reading the Shadow Effect book and doing the Shadow Effect Breakthrough Program, you will illuminate the hidden power of your true self and experience more love, more authenticity, and more confidence. The 6 weeks is going to be looking at, hang on, I'm letting someone in. The 6 weeks is going to be working on your body, your relationships, your money and finances, your work and career, your health and vitality, and your spiritual life. I'm adding that because that's not on here, and that's very important to me as your facilitator. And so we're going to do an activity. Do you all have journals with you, piece of paper, something to write on? I know that many of you have not ordered the book because you haven't decided as to whether or not you want to take this like 8-week journey with us, and that's fine. And so don't worry about not having the book and feeling like you're going to be behind, because we're a community. So we'll share information. We'll take pictures if we need to and send them to each other. We got you. So don't feel like anybody's going to be left out. Let's take the shadow test. The quote reads, "It's only when we have the courage to face things exactly as they are without any self-deception or illusion that a light will develop out of events by which the path to success may be recognized." By I Ching. Number 1. How long, so you're going to be listing, so number your sheet from 1 to, because we're going to be taking a tally at the end. 1 to 20. 1 to 20. And then I'm going to be giving you answers that are A, B, C, or D. And so you'll pick the one that corresponds to you, and then I'll give you the number that corresponds with that letter. And we're going to be taking a tally at the end. All right? Let's take a deep breath. One, how long have you been working on the same issues, be they in the area of your career, health, intimate relationships, or finances? A, less than 12 months. B, 1 to 3 years. C, more than 5 years. D, more than 10 years. So A is less than 12 months. B, 1 to 3 years. C, more than 5 years. D, more than 10 years. 2. In the past 12 months, how many times have you misplaced something important, gotten a traffic ticket, had an accident, or destroyed something of value? A, none. B, once or twice. C, more than 5 times. D, more than 10 times. In the past 12 months, so in the past year, have any of those things happened? So make sure you're writing either A, B, C, or D on the sheet. 3, how often do you feel like a phony, inauthentic, or find that it takes a lot of effort to get people to perceive you in a certain way? A, all the time. B, occasionally. C, almost never. D, never. 4, if your friends, co-workers, and family members were interviewed, would they say that you complain? A, seldom to never. B, maybe once a day. C, frequently. D, all the time. This is calling us to be mad honest. And no one is going to see your answers. So know that. Nobody's seeing your answers. You don't got to tell us your score. But I'm sitting here saying, damn, yo. We're on 5, right? 5. In the past 12 months, how many times have you said something or done something that you later regretted, whether immediately or over time? In the past year, have you done something you regretted? A, none. B, once or twice. C, more than 5 times. D, more than 10 times. Someone just joined. Come on, computer. Oh, don't let me add this person. I'm so bummed. It's not letting me add them. Okay. What number are we on? 6? Yes. After you've achieved a personal goal, reached your desired weight, paid off your credit cards, organized your home or office, etc., which of the following emotions are you more likely to experience? A, relieved that you made wary that you may backslide into old behaviors. B, entitled, you deserve a reward for all your hard work. C, inspired by your success and committed to keeping up the good work. D, resentful that you had to work so hard in the first place. After you've achieved the goal, how do you respond? A, relieved, B, entitled, C, inspired by your success, and D, resentful. Seven. How often do you notice yourself feeling inadequate, not good enough, unloved, or unworthy? A, all the time. B, occasionally. C, almost never. D, never. How often do you notice yourself feeling inadequate? 8. On the scale of 1 to 10, how willing are you to speak your truth, even if it runs contrary to the opinions of others? A, 8 to 10, I'm very willing to speak my truth. B, 5 to 7, most of the time I'm willing to speak my truth. C, 3 to 5, I'm occasionally willing to speak my truth. And D, 1 to 2, I'm almost never willing to speak my truth. Family joining, welcome. We are taking the shadow effect test. You can start numbering your sheet from 9 to 20. We're on number 9 right now. We went through the first 8. Number 9. What is the, let me mute. What is the primary focus of your life right now? A, advancing your career, improving your health, building wealth, or deepening your relationship? B, managing strained relationships or putting out fires at work and at home. C, making measurable progress towards your goals over a reasonable period of time. D, trying to avert or avoid immediate disaster in the area of your finances, relationships, health, or career. 10. What percentage of the time can you count on yourself to keep your word and uphold your promises, whether to yourself or to another? What percentage are you keeping promises to yourself? A, less than 10%, B, less than 25%, C, about 50%, D, most of the time. 11. How much time each day do you spend gossiping, whether talking about someone you know, reading tabloids, or watching gossip TV? No shade, no judgment, because I like me a little ratchet too. A, none. B, less than 1 hour a day. B, more than 1 hour a day. D, more than 3 hours a day. I'm gonna be transparent. I caught myself 12 hours on Instagram one day last week, so just saying. So A, none. B, less than 1 hour a day. C, more than 1 hour a day. D, more than 3 hours a day. 12. Which of the following statements would you use to describe your life? A, most of the time things work out fairly easily for me. B, I have many talents and gifts, but do not use them to their fullest potential. C, I am riddled by bad luck and find myself in one bad situation after another. D, I have to work hard just to maintain the status quo. "13. How much time a day do you spend working towards your long-term goals? A, none. B, less than 20 minutes per day. C, an hour or more per day. D, you have no long-term goals. 14. How frequently do you feel mistreated, misunderstood, or taken advantage of in either your personal or professional life? A, every day. B, frequently. C, occasionally. D, seldom to never. 15. When asked to do something that you have no interest in doing, you are most likely to A, say no with a clear conscience. B, say no but feel guilty about it. C, say yes but not follow through. D, say yes, do it, but feel resentful about it. 16. Imagine that your life is a house with many rooms. Some you like, some you feel ashamed of. How many people do you allow to see all of your rooms? A, nobody. B, one significant person, a spouse, lover, best friend, parent. C, a small handful of people know me that well. D, there are many people in my life who know me that well. 17. When you feel hurt by someone or something, what do you tend to do? A, keep it to yourself. B, reflect, forgive, and move on. C, confront the situation head on. D, talk about it to everyone but the person involved. When you feel hurt by someone, what do? A, keep it to yourself. B, reflect, forgive, and move on. C, confront. D, talk to everyone but the person involved. 18. When you get an impulse or an idea about how to improve some aspect of your life, what do? A, ignore it completely. B, take a few steps in the right direction but rarely see the project through to the finish line. C, tell yourself that I'll get to it one of these days. D, create a support structure around yourself to ensure that you take action. '19. The last time you found yourself with a block of unexpected free time, what did you do? A, squandered it by catalog shopping, watching TV, or surfing the internet. B, used the opportunity to move forward on an important project. C, relaxed and rejuvenated yourself by taking a nap, meditating, or reading. D, your life is so hectic that you can't recall an occasion when you had an unexpected block of free time. 20. When you make a mistake, what are you most likely to do? Yes, shout outs to the essentials, to the essential workers. They're out there ringing for them right now. 20. When you make a mistake, what are you most likely to do? Be gentle with yourself and resolve to do things differently in the future. B, put things in perspective by acknowledging yourself what you did right. C, fall into a downward spiral of self-criticism. Interpret your misstep as evidence that you are incompetent and stop trying. When you make a mistake, what are you most likely to do? A, be gentle. B, put things into perspective. C, fall into a spiral. D, interpret this misstep that as you being incompetent. And I am going to read really quickly for those who joined 1 through 8, just so that they can do a tally. So number 1 was, so for the rest of you, you can just lean back. Number 1 was, how long have you been working on the same issues, be they in an area of your career, intimate relationships, or finances? Have you been working on these things for less than 12 months? That's A, less than 12 months. B, 1 to 3 years. C, more than 5 years. D, more than 10 years. 2, in the past 12 months, how many times have you misplaced something important, gotten a ticket, had an accident, destroyed something of value? A, none. B, at least once or twice this year. C, more than 5 times this year. D, more than 10 times this year. Number 3, How often do you feel like a phony, inauthentic, or find it takes a great deal of effort to get people to perceive you in a certain way? A, all the time. B, occasionally. C, almost never. D, never. 4, if your friends, co-workers, and family members were interviewed, would they say that you complain? A, seldom to never. B, maybe once a day. C, frequently. D, all the time. 5, in the past 12 months, how many times have you said something or done something that you later regretted, whether immediately or over time? A, none. B, once or twice. C, more than 5 times. D, more than 10 times. 6, after you've achieved a personal goal, reached your desired weight, paid off your credit cards, organized your home or office, etc., which of the following emotions are you more likely to experience? A, relieved that you made it, but wary that you'll backslide to old behaviors. B, entitled, you deserve a reward for all your hard work. C, inspired by your success and committed to keeping up the good work. D, resentful that you had to work so hard in the first place. 7, how often do you notice yourself feeling inadequate, not good enough, unloved, or unworthy? A, all the time. B, occasionally. C, almost never. D, never. 8, on a scale of 1 to 10, how willing are you to speak your truth, even if it runs contrary to the opinions of others? A, 8 to 10, I'm very willing to speak my truth. B, 5 to 7, most of the time I'm willing to speak my truth. C, 3 to 5, I'm occasionally willing to speak my truth. And D, 1 to 2, I'm almost never willing to speak my truth. Let's take a deep breath. We have some water. And now we're going to tally. All right. For question
Alicia?
1.
Alicia,
Yes?
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can you repeat number 12 and 13 and 18? I think like my brain got scrambled in the options and I didn't hear.
12, 13, and 18. Sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay, it's okay. 12. Which of the following statements would you use to describe your life? A, most of the time things work out fairly easily for me. B, I have many talents and gifts, but do not use them to their fullest potential. C, I'm riddled by bad luck and find myself in one bad situation after another. D, I have to work hard just to maintain the status quo. That's the like keeping up with appearances, right? 13, how much time a day do you spend working towards your goals, your long-term goals? A, none. This is like how much time a day every day, right? So how much time a day do you spend working towards your long-term goals? A, none. B, less than 20 minutes. C, an hour or more per day. D, you have no long-term goals. And then it was 18, right? And 18. When you get an impulse or an idea about how to improve some aspect of your life, what do? A, ignore it completely. B, take a few steps in the right direction, but rarely see the project through to the finish line. C, tell yourself that I'll get to it one of these days. D, create a support structure around yourself to ensure that you take action. All right, so here are the corresponding numbers. I'm going to be giving you the number that corresponds to, for question 1, if you answered D, that number would be 8, right? For question 11, if you answered B, that number would be 3, right? So I'm going to go one by one, and I'm going to give you the corresponding number, and you just put your number next to that letter. Are we good? Any questions before I go? We're good? Cool. Question 1. A equals 1, B equals 3, C equals 5, D equals 8. Number 2, A equals 1, B equals 3, C equals 5, D equals 8. Don't jump ahead. If you're anything like me, you'll think the numbers correspond and they don't, they change. I'm like that. I'm like, oh, okay, so all the D's are 8. Don't do it. I do that. Don't do it. I gotta say, because the ADD in me sees the AD&D in you. So number
Alicia,
2 is, yeah.
I'm sorry, did you do that? You were just doing 3, right?
I have it. Yeah, I'm going to do 3 now.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, forget it then. I thought you did it.
No worries. Number 3, A equals 5, B equals 3, C equals 1, and D equals 0. Number 4, A equals 0, B equals 1, C equals 3, and D equals 5. Number 5, A equals 0, B equals 1, C equals 3, D equals 5. Question 6. A equals 0, B equals 5, C equals 0, D equals 3. Number 7. And if you need me to go back, go ahead and unmute, okay? If I go too fast for anyone. And for those joining, we just took the shadow effect test. So if you just hang out, you can just listen in. And if you're going to join tomorrow, you'll take the test again tomorrow. Question 7, A equals 5, B equals 3, C equals 1, D equals 0. Question 8, A equals 0, B equals 1, C equals 3, D equals 5. Question 9, A equals 0, B equals 3, C equals 0, D equals 5. Number 10, A equals 8, B equals 5, C equals 3, and D equals 1. Number 11, A equals 0, B equals 3, C equals 5, D equals 8. 12, A equals 0, B equals 3, C equals 5, D equals 3.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that one?
Of course. Number 12, A equals 0, B equals 3, C equals 5, and D equals 3.
Thank you.
Yes. Question 13. A equals 5, B equals 3, C equals 0, and D equals 5. Question 14. A equals 5, B equals 3, C equals 1, and D equals 0. Question 15. A equals 0, B equals 3, C equals 3, D equals 5. Question 16. A equals 5, B equals 3, C equals 1, and D equals 0. Question 17. A equals 5, B equals 0, C equals 1, and D equals 5.
Can you repeat 17, please?
Yes. A equals 5, B equals 0, C equals 1, and D equals 5. Question 18. A equals 5, B equals 3, C equals 3, and D equals 0. Question 19. A equals 5, B equals 0, C equals 0, D equals 3. And question 20. A equals 0, B equals 0, C equals 5, and D equals 5.
Alicia, really quick, can you repeat the number for A for the number 9, please?
Yes. 0.
0. Thank you, love.
Alicia, can you do what number 7C, that number?
1.
And number 8A?
0.
Thank you.
Yes.
What was number 7B?
3.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else? Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, before we move on, sorry, can I have 15 and 16 both B?
15 and 16 B. 3 and 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So go ahead, everyone, and total your score. And just like give me a thumbs up when like everyone's done. I want to make sure everyone has their numbers. Thank you. Thank you. Or throw it in the chat. If you want to keep your camera off, it's cool too.
Alicia, how did I get those numbers? I'm sorry, I was late.
Mi amor, we took a test.
Okay.
Tomorrow we took a test. So tomorrow you're going to join us, right, for first day?
Okay, yes.
Tomorrow's the first day of the workshop, so you'll take it tomorrow because
Okay, perfect.
We'll take it tomorrow. Cool.
Okay, thank you.
But you can hear and you'll know what we did.
Okay, perfecto. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alicia, I'm gonna join tomorrow too because I just got lost. So I'll just retake it tomorrow.
Good, it's all good. All right, let's breathe. Let's breathe. I know that some of you are counting 2 or 3 times. If you're anything like me, just to make sure that your numbers are good, that's fine. Let's stretch. Inhale, arms up over your head. Let's stretch. Let's look up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to heart. All right. I'm going to dig in. Hang on a second. Let me admit folks in here who jumped out. Okay. So if y'all can throw in the comments, I just want to keep going. If people start asking, like, what are we doing? If you could just share in the chat, that would be really helpful. All right. So here's the assessment. If you scored 3 to 7 points, it says you are in the neutral zone, which means that you are free for now for many of the internal beliefs and wounds that give rise to destructive behaviors caused by your shadow. If you scored 38 to 75, you may not be experiencing the full weight and impact of the shadow at this moment, but you are likely expending a lot of effort to repress and hide parts of yourself and your life that you do not like. If you scored 76 to 112 points, either you spend a lot of time and energy trying to manage other people's opinions of you, or you are deeply resigned about the conditions of your life. This is the shadow at work, and it paralyzes you from taking corrective actions. Cool, everybody knows where they live? Where they live in? You don't have to answer, you don't have to share, that's your business. What my business is holding space for us to work on that. So no matter where we live, like even if we are those comfy people that we may not like too much right now in the 3 to 37, those people who got just 3, that must be nice. However, there is space for healing work because one of the things that we know is that our healing is directly connected to the generations like 7 years behind us and 7 years in front of us. And so the work that we're going to be doing together is that. Like we're really going to look at some of the things and the reasons. We might be excelling in one area and failing in another. We might be real good when it comes to, I know I'm really good in my writing career and creating workshops like these and, you know, living her best life. But when it comes to interpersonal relationships, sometimes I have some challenges there, like speaking my truth. So that question around speaking truth, there's moments where Alice is very honest, but then there are other moments where I'm not. I can be completely transparent because this is a space where things are shit's gonna come up. and we're going to feel things. And so this space is meant to be safe, vulnerable, and honest, because in telling the truth is where we heal, right? And so that's the test. You know where you live, and then we begin to work. So I want to just read something to you, just so that we can talk a little bit about the practice that I'm bringing into this space, because I think that's important. Hang on. I'm putting it up on my phone. So I want to share this with you. What is Hridaya? Hridaya meditation, also called meditation for the revelation of the spiritual heart, and is aiming on the direct experience of our true nature. The Hridaya teachings explain that although there are many different forms and appearances in this universe, the very source of all is pure consciousness and love. By meditation on the spiritual heart, we can experience this love and consciousness within ourselves, and in this way, bring more peace, love, and joy into our being. I believe that I am a warrior of love. I believe that. I know that to be true in all of my work. And so this meditation feels like the most perfect meditation for someone like me. And so I'm really happy to share that, right? It's crazy because how my world works and how I'm attracted to things is no coincidence. Like the first singing bowl that I bought was not intentionally connected with this workshop, right? But I wanted this. I was looking online for a bowl, and I really wasn't paying attention to what this bowl, what chakra it worked with. I liked the size of it. I was like, oh, I like this size, and I like that it's white. I didn't know anything. I hadn't done any research on like singing bowls. Then I get it, and I start playing with it, and I get really emotional. I love it, and I find that the one I bought was the heart chakra one, the very first one. And so that's it. Like it makes sense. And so I actually bought I said earlier, I bought one for every chakra that we're going to be using every week. We're going to be working on one. And so what we're doing every week, what the sessions will look like is that we will start the same way with rituals. We will start with our heart meditation. We will talk about what came up in the work, but then the dark room is us being in darkness. So what is important is that you are in a space where you are in complete darkness. Now, if you're in a room where light can get in or whatever, because we don't have the luxury right now to have this like really nice dark room like it would have been had I been in Spiritually Sparkled in the Bronx. The intention was to actually have it there, but they had to close, and they have a room, the intention room, that is completely dark. So I was hoping to hold that space there, but we know what Rona did to our lives. And so what I am asking you to do is to, if you have, well, for tomorrow, I'm inviting you all to join tomorrow. So email me if you want the link. I'm going to invite you so you can come in, whether or not you're deciding to do it. Like, you don't have to send a donation. Like, I really want you to come and experience it and then decide I'm cool, right? Because I want you to feel very comfortable and not feel like you're committed or any of that, because it's not about that. So tomorrow, I want you to bring something, either an eye mask, a handkerchief, or a scarf, so that it's complete darkness, because we're going to be meditating for a long time tomorrow. In the darkness.
What time is tomorrow?
Tomorrow it's 8 to 10. It's every Wednesday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Every Wednesday for 8 weeks. So does anyone have any questions so far? No questions? So how's it going to look? We are going to be using Hridaya meditation. We are going to be in the dark room. We are going to be every week working on an area of our lives, looking at the shadow, right? We're going to be doing a lot of journaling. We're going to be doing writing. We're going to be meditating. We're going to be doing some yoga poses in this workshop. And we're going to be working with the chakras, the crown chakra, the root chakra, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus, the sacral, the
crown, every week focusing on one. And it's all about being in alignment. It's all about being grounded and beginning to heal. It's very important that I say this, that I share a disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I am not a doctor. It's really important that you understand that. So if you are dealing with something that's incredibly serious, call 911 and please seek out a therapist. I'm a huge advocate for therapy. I believe in therapy. I love therapists, you know, and so I know that there are people who are going to be in this space who have that sensibility. So if things come up, please throw stuff in the chat because we have a shared community and I know that they'll be happy to share resources. Okay, so it's important that you all know that I am a spiritual being having a human experience and doing this work with you, right? So I'm just bringing a lot of love. That's what I'm an expert at, love. Any questions? This is our Q&A portion, but that's the intro to the dark room.
Alicia?
Yes.
Hi, thank you for that. It was really nice. I enjoyed that test. I wanted to ask if there's a commitment other than the 2 hours with you during the week, like homework or other things that we have to do.
Yes. There is always homework when you take anything with Aliciana Santos. You will be receiving, all of you on this call, because I believe I have your email because you all registered. Did you all fill out the Google form? Everyone here? If you didn't, Tanya, email me because I want to house that in one place because I sent a blast to like my entire network, but I want everyone to be on the form because that's specifically for those in this class and I want to group it there. So yeah, I'll pull it. Let me pull it up now about it so folks can have it. And it's just easier that way. Let me get you that.
Was that that was inside the email that you sent?
I'm sending it right. I'm putting in the chat. This is the form. So there's a link. Oh, hang on a second.
Oh, I think I got it. It's like a newsletter. No.
It's a newsletter and it has a link. So what you do is you copy this link, put it in your browser, enter, and then it should bring up the form. And so I just want to have everybody's email there, please. That way
It says, this says, okay, La Santera, New York, Gmail. Okay, let me see. This is the one.
There should be in the email. It should say register a few times. There should be a few. So if you click,
yeah, I have it right here. Register.
Tell me what you see when you open it.
Yeah, I see the picture in the newsletter, and I press register. It's a little bit on the bottom.
Yeah, what does it say?
Okay, it says the dark room information section.
Okay.
And event April 28, 2020 at 6:30.
Perfect. So now you fill in all your information, your name, your email, the sessions. And here's the thing too, I wanted folks to know, I know that people may not be able to attend all 8. There's no commitment in that way. Like I'm also going to allow if folks join us and they can't join tomorrow and they join in the second week, I'm okay with that. There will be some of us who are doing it for the 8 weeks that are together from the beginning to the end, but I'm allowing folks to join and experience it, and they'll have to do the work on their own, you know? So I'm keeping it sort of open for folks who just want to come in and meditate and be in this space. I'm not putting any strict or rigid rules to that. Any other questions?
Alicia, one question in regards to that same link that you were talking about. What do you mean by preferred pronouns?
So preferred pronouns are just how people would prefer to be called, like she, her, his.
That's what I thought.
him,
okay.
it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Fantastic.
Because you have dirección de correo electrónico La Reina. I did that. Then I put my name and then it says email again. So I should just put the same email.
Does it ask for it twice?
Yeah, I don't know. It's the first one is asking me in Spanish, como la dirección del correo electrónico. Then he asks me my name, and then he says email.
It does ask twice.
So it's not a big deal.
That was my bad. You don't have to put, well, I think you have to put it a second time only because I made that a required field. Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. It's perfect.
Anyone else have any questions?
So do we have any homework for tomorrow per se? Are we like starting anything in the book or?
I'm gonna email. No, because I'm gonna share what pages we're reading.
Okay.
No, we're gonna read them like so. Tomorrow will be the chapters. So the syllabus, you'll know what pages to read.
What to do? Okay.
Yeah. So I'll send that out.
Did you say 6:30 or 8:30 for
De
tomorrow?
8 a 10 de la noche.
That's what I understood. No, because here it says, oh, today was the 6:30. Never mind. Thank you.
You have like the last option says the info session, the information session is on the 28th and the 29th at 6:30. I think that's what she's asking.
Yes. Yes.
That's why I was confused. Well, okay. But if it's at 8 o'clock tomorrow, I'm okay with it.
Yes, it's from 8 to 10 tomorrow. Yep.
Okay, I do 8.
Where does it say 6:30 for both days?
All the way. No, not both days. It says evening timing April 28th, 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go all the way on the bottom, I think it's where it says both days.
Read that.
Let me see. I saw it too. I remember.
Yeah, on mine after option 9.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Free information, April. You see when you asking for day 1, 2, 3, 4, it says after option 9, free information, April 28 and 29. It doesn't say the time, but it looks like we should assume that it's 6:30 from the beginning. That's what happened to me.
Right. Yes, and I just deleted it. So if anyone were to join tomorrow, it's just the one date.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. So we have the dates, right? Everyone knows what the dates are? April 29th.
You say April 29 and you say every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. So I put it down on my calendar.
Right. So it's April 29th.
For 10 weeks. No, 9 weeks.
8 weeks.
8 weeks. Okay.
8 weeks. We end on June 17th.
Thank you. June 17th. Good. That's perfect. Oh, I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yes. I meet Aisen's mother anyway. To let you know, Alicia.
I knew you were welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome. She told me that you were going to be joining with a friend or someone.
With a friend. But I don't think she can do it. I think I forgot to tell her. That's what happened.
But díselo. We have time.
Yes. I'm going to tell her. As soon as I finish, I'm going to call Kathy. See if she wants to do it.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, my love. So if there is no other questions, I'm going to let you go enjoy your evening and rest. And tomorrow we begin working. I will send this information out tonight. So you have it, so you can begin looking at the documents. And then tomorrow I'll send the syllabus so you know what pages to begin reading. And
okay.
Yeah, so you will know the required book, right? You all know that?
What?
There's a required book. Hay que comprar un libro.
Oh, the shadow or effect.
You can also see if you can read it online, if that's easier for some people. And it's called The Shadow Effect by Deepak Chopra, Debbie Ford, and Marianne Williamson.
Oh, that's a Deepak Chopra book?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
All right, my loves. Go enjoy your evening. I'm going to go listen to Julia Alvarez and Edwidge Dandy Cat now.
Okay, thank you, Alicia. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Namaste.
much, everyone, for joining. So, see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.